Hope, there he is right there, guys, right there at the boat. First bass of the day. Woo! Oh, it's a good fish here. This dude right here got some weight. God, look at that right there. Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a tackle tip video for you guys. I'm going to be breaking down my top 5 bass fishing lures that I use on this channel every time I'm bass fishing. Now some of the lures I use more than others. Some of them I only use certain times of the year, but I'm about to break them all down for you 1 through 5, starting with this guy right here. Now, anytime I'm out at the river, this is primarily my go-to bait, at least the bait that I usually always start out with. Is made by Rapala. It is the J9 broken back Rapala. And that is probably, it's fishing out there at the river anyway, that is probably my go-to bait that I always start out with. I love this bait. This one here, the J9, it's about a 3.5 inch, I believe it's a 3.5 inch overall length bait. It has a diving rate of about 5 to 7 feet, but usually I'm fishing up a lot shallower water along the edges of the banks and stuff like that. Usually ain't going no 5 to 7 feet, but I believe that is about the depth for it. And that bait right there, it's got that nice broken back right there, the silver and black, but it's just got that nice action in the water. It just cuts that water like that, just mimicking them old bait fish swimming along. And I'm here to tell you right now, I tear some fish up out at the river on that bait right there. Y'all take a look. I'm just using the old Rapala, the old J9 broken back. Hope, there he is right there, guys, right there at the boat. First bass of the day. Woo! He got it right there at the boat too. I mean, he choked it, son, he choked it. All right, I am officially on the board. I'm on fish on. Whoa, what we got? There he is, good bass, good bass. Get him out of that log, get him out of that log. Oh, son. Woo. That's a good one right there, boys. Yes, sir. Come here, baby. Yes, sir. Bass number 2. Now, normally when I'm done throwing that old broken back Rapala right there, I always like to go to a soft plastic, whether it be a worm or whatever, but 9 times out of 10, guys, I'm gonna go with that 6-inch Zoom watermelon lizard right there. This bait right here is just absolutely fire. It don't matter if I'm fishing lakes, I'm fishing ponds, I'm fishing out the river. That 6-inch watermelon lizard right there gets the job done, guys. I usually like to pair it up on about a 3/0, sometimes a 4/0, 3 to 4/0 hook. It tends to really just kind of pair it up, you know, pretty well with it. But man, the action of that lizard right there, it's got them little, 4 little legs right there, and that little kicker tail. And them little legs just get the moving in the water like that. And I'm telling you right now, them bass, they just cannot stand it. They gobble that bait up, y'all. Here we go, guys.
There you go.
Oh, this is a good one here.
There you go.
Uh-oh. He feels pretty good. I don't know if he is. Oh, yeah, it's a good fish here, guys. Whoa, that's a good fish. Good fish here, guys. He ain't no monster, but he's a decent fish. If I could get him up, he's probably a couple pounds or better. Oh yeah, yeah, he's a 2-pounder. He ain't no monster. He was down a little bit deep. That's why he was wrecking havoc on me. So yeah, that 6-inch watermelon lizard, that's gonna be my number 2 bait that I always like to go to right there, guys. Now when it come down to number 3, guys, it was not hard for me to figure out at all. I've had a ton of success using this bait right here. Stephanie's had a ton of success. She's whooped my butt a many times using this bait right here. And that would be that old Ned Rig. Now there's 2 of them, that I like to use. You got the ZMan Ned Rig. It's made out of that Elastec. I mean, that stuff right there, just that one bait, it just, if you ever use ZMan products with that Elastec, you know how durable those baits are. And I also like to use that old Rattling Ned right there, guys, made by Baits. That bait right there is just unbelievable. Yo guys, I'm on. Good fish. This is, oh yes sir. Oh, it's a good fish here. This dude right here's got some weight. Look at this. Woo! Look at that. And that is on the Guggen, guys. Fish on, fish on.
That is a beautiful bass.
Stay down, big boy.
Good, I'm reel in so he's getting close.
I mean, he choked that Guggen too. Good fish. Man. Woo. Son, look at that. I mean, he choked it. Whew, that's a dude.
That's a hog.
That's a hog right there, son.
That's what we came out here for.
That's the old Rattling Ned.
Hey.
So these baits right here, obviously, if you're not real familiar with Ned rigs, are more of a finesse style bait. So you work them a lot slower. You spend a lot more time. You got to have a lot of patience working these baits right here. If you don't have no patience for working some baits, then the Ned rig's probably not going to be for you. But that's an awesome, awesome bait. All right, y'all, moving right along to number 4, and I tell you, this is one bait that I absolutely love, especially when I'm fishing big lakes and with some deeper water. Bill Lewis lures right there, y'all, that old Rattle Trap. This is the 1/2 ounce Rattle Trap. I mean, these guys have been around forever, so I'm sure a good many of you already know about that old Rattle Trap. It just barely hit the water, guys, and this guy, he nailed it. Feels like a decent fish. He ain't no monster, but he's a decent fish. I mean, that joker hit the water, guys, and that fish was gone. Unbelievable. Number 2 on the Rattle Trap. Man, that Rattle Trap's paying money. Number 2, guys, on the Rattle Trap. Let's get him back. Thank you, buddy. Now, I generally like to use the silver and the blue, but I mean, obviously they make all different colors, and you know. Hey, what's your favorite color to use if you've ever used one? I primarily stick with the old silver and blue right there. That seems to be my go-to color for that Rattle Trap. All right, guys, we finally made it to number 5, and I would have to say this bait right here, I primarily love throwing at the end of winter, beginning of spring. It primarily works good, or probably the best, during spring. But that transition between the winter up into the spring months, at least down here, this bait right here is just absolutely fire, guys. And it is that old ZMan Chatter bait right there. This is the 3/8 ounce ZMan Chatter bait. But if you have never used a chatter bait before, I highly, highly recommend it. I like to fish mine along the bank lines, probably 3 to 4 feet out. Sometimes a little further, but 3 to 4 feet out. Run that bait right there down that bank line. It's got the little vibrating little flasher deal right there, and that thing just sitting there just vibrating like this right there in that water. It's putting out a lot of vibration, a lot of flash. This bait right here is pretty much a crankbait, spinner bait, and a jig all in one, guys. Here we go, guys. Big bass. Stay down. Oh, on the ZMan Chatter bait. Come on, baby. Easy. Oh. ZMan Chatter bait, guys. Big bass. Ooh, look at that. It's nice right there now. Old ZMan Chatter bait. All right, y'all, there's my top 5 baits I primarily use all the time down here bass fishing. Being that old J9 and that old 6-inch lizard right there is gonna be my 1 and 2 for sure. Hey, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what's your favorite bait that you like to use where you fish at. Maybe I've never used it before. I might pick one up and give it a try down here. You never know. Hey, big shout out to my friend Jesse, the combat fishing vet. Jesse, those are my top 5 baits right there, brother. I hope they help you out. Maybe you might even use one on your channel. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Y'all take care, and we'll see you.